You're going to become aware of someone who is rather craving attention at the beginning of this week. You're going to become aware of someone who is craving attention and someone who has a problem with self-esteem. At that moment in time, when you become aware of who this is, you're actually going to find this a rather beneficial when it comes to something very particular in your life, when it comes to some kind of a problem in your life where you found yourself stuck lately. This in itself is going to help you out quite a lot indeed. You're going to get a different perspective, and that different perspective that you're going to get, it's going to on one hand show you and make you aware of the actual sacrifice that you need to make, and the sacrifice that you need to make also, it's going to be really important, especially when it comes to you letting go of bad ideas and you knowing which are good ideas to pay attention to, and that in itself is going to make you aware of another hand. Another thing is that you are gonna become aware of exactly what do you need to focus on. So this is what it's all boiled down to. Through this person who is gonna kind of be craving attention, who is having a problem with self-esteem, through that person you are going to get a different perspective, and this is all gonna boil down towards you and knowing that you need to focus on one particular thing. But that particular thing that I'm talking about, it's at the same time you are going to think like, oh God, I didn't have, you're going to think like insufficient support and recognition on one hand, but then on another hand you're also going to become aware of the fact that you need to improve certain skill. You're going to need to improve certain skill, which is going to boil down towards you facing a difficult choice. Why? Because you improving a certain skill, it's at the same time, what is going to be putting you off here, it's like a steady progress. It's like a steady progress. Should I do it or not? Shall I do it or not? Oh my God, it's going to take too long. Oh my God, it's going to drain too much of my energy. Oh my God, it's going to affect my personal vibration. No, baby, no. This is something that you must do. Even if you do think and you feel about it like it's a steady progress, at the same time, this is the part of your challenge that you need to take on. Why? Because this is actually going to redirect you nicely, okay? And that means that this is actually going to bring a really kind of financial stability into your life, but it's always but, isn't it? It's also going to reveal, you know what I mean? You're also going to kind of become aware of it's also what it's going to be revealed, a new area of study. And the new area of study that you're going to become aware of, it's at the same time going to make you aware of an excellent opportunity. Okay, so you will know it's not only about a new area of study, but that is going to become very interesting to you. You're going to become very passionate about it. It's not only about a new area of study, but it's also about the fact that this is going to become an excellent opportunity in itself. You must go for it, my gorgeous Scorpioni, no matter what. A very, very important stage of your life indeed. And the fact that at around a similar time somebody is going to get in touch with you who you haven't been in touch with for a long time, like somebody very prominent in your life, like a family member or really great friend who you haven't seen in a while or who you haven't heard from in a while. At around a similar time, that person is going to reach forward, and they are going to tell you something, but they're going to surprise you above all that have actually contacted you, and they're going to tell you a couple of things, very important thing. One thing that they're going to say to you and let you know it's something about their own success, and this is going to mean to you so much. You're going to be so happy for the success of that person, but that in itself it's also also going to give you a very interesting idea what you want to kind of apply to your life as well at some point. Very important indeed. And on another hand, why that person is also going to make you feel really happy is because they're going to let you know that they're going to kind of come and see you or something like that. It's about the reconnection that you're going to become aware of, and this couldn't have happened at a better time in your life, because this is someone that makes you feel so good about yourself, and this is someone that also makes you feel like kind of adventurous at the time when you're like, oh my god, you're uncertain, at the time when you're maybe a little bit stressed, at the time when you're maybe a little bit anxious. This is someone that kind of brings you out of all this negativity. This is someone who really kind of raises your vibration just by you thinking about that person, let alone when you're around that person. You know, that person, this is someone who has got like a magical effect on you, a magical impact about on your life in general. So this is why this energy and vibration, just by you kind of being in touch with that person, is going to be absolutely everything. My gorgeous Cocolino is coughing here. I don't know if you can hear it. So now basically, my gorgeous Scorpioni, when it comes to the mid part of this week, I really highly suggest you to kind of like a smudge your home if you possibly can. This is very important, because you smudging your home, it's also at the same time going to really kind of, you know what I mean, like a burn a dry sage. And this would be really important to do it around the mid-week. It would be like kind of a mass, but you could also do at the beginning of the week as well. But the mid-week is like literally, you know, at around the 8th, 7th and the 8th of December. This reading is in between the 5th and the 11th of December. So I would say at around the 7th and 8th of December, I would highly suggest you to smudge your home. This is because on one hand, this is like going to be so beneficial for your vibration in your immediate environment, but it's also going to cleanse the negative energies away from you as well. The reason why I'm asking you to do this is because from the beginning of the week until the end of the week, you are going to be extremely intuitive, more than you normally are. You're going to be spiritually open. So there are going to be all sorts of signs that you're going to become aware of, that you're going to notice that you don't normally notice. You know, you're going to go like, oh my god, so intuitive. You're going to be able to kind of pay attention to a kind of certain things that you don't notice on such a scale. Like for example, like reading the numbers and paying attention to synchronicities. You know, you will be able to kind of like a really reflect on your life, like by following all these signs. But at the same time, the difference will be that you almost immediately, very strongly, you will know what these signs are. I'm not saying normally that you don't know, but normally I'm saying that sometimes it takes time until we see and realize what this sign meant. But the difference this week is going to be that as soon as you see the certain sign, immediately you will know what this sign means, and you're going to surprise yourself like, oh my god, where this is coming from. Like for example, especially if you see numbers 333, especially if you see number 33, and especially if you see number 777 and the 222. This combination of these numbers, whatever you see, it's going to be mind-blowing, because every single time you become aware of these numbers, you will know, oh my god, like you will know immediately. You see like number 33, and then suddenly, oh my god, I need to go up there and I need to do this, you know. You see number 333, for example, like in your time or somewhere, and then immediately it's like, oh my god, yes, it was on my mind like not that long ago that I want to do this, and now I don't know why I didn't do it. You know, I need to do it. It needs to come from me. It needs to come from me. I need to do it. You're going to be reminded to do something that was on your mind not that long ago, that you left behind, some kind of idea, but you've kind of left it. Okay, so this is also an aspect that it's going to be highlighted with these numbers 333, 33 or 222, especially when it comes to the certain project that was left behind, something that, not a project, it didn't even start just yet, but it was on your mind, some kind of idea, but because so many other things were happening, you kind of forgot about it. So this is an important aspect, that you're going to be reminded of some kind of idea that you had, and you need to like kind of bring this into your life immediately. So my point is, and also, you know, the dreams, you're gonna kind of have some kind of very, very unusual and interesting dreams. And my point is, when we are spiritually open, when we are so psychic, like every single one of us is psychic, indeed, we are all psychic, but sometimes we are more open, like right now. And the reason why you're going to be more spiritually open is because the beginning of this week starts with number 5, And so you are going to be kind of brought to the point in your life where you need to continue with things that are very important, but they don't seem as important. Okay, so you need to dig in a little bit. And the week is going to end on the 11th of December, which is all about your awakening. It's all about your readjustment. It's all about you coming home to yourself and returning to do what you need to do, what you have to do, what you must do, which is the part of your karma, your spiritual journey, is the part of your soul purpose. It's just going to ring differently. Things are going to feel differently, and things are going to ring differently throughout this week because of this like spirituality that you will be going through. But on one hand, one cycle is coming to an end, and whenever one cycle is coming to an end, another cycle is about to start, which does make us to question things normally. It does confuse us a little bit, but we just have to stay true to ourselves no matter what. And also, so this is why, because when we are spiritually open, we are getting all these kind of informations, we understand them from a kind of much elevated angle, but this is sadly draining our energy. And sometimes it's inviting all sorts of like kind of spirits around us as well, because at that time we tend to have more spirits around us trying to guide us, which is all brilliant, fantastic, but each single spirit is like kind of draining our energy a little bit. As soon as we understand what the spirit is trying to tell us, a little bit of energy is gone. It's the way the world is, it's the way it is, do you know what I mean? It's the way we are. Is the way our spirituality is. So you get something, but you lose something. Do you know what I mean? But what you gain, it's what you lose. It's nothing to do, absolutely zero, nada, nothing, niente. It's absolutely nothing in compared to nicht. It's absolutely nothing in compared to what it's about to come into your life. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. So what you need to understand is, because you're going to be spiritually open, your energy is going to be drained a little bit more. And this is why I suggest you to smudge your home at around the midweek, but you can do it at the beginning of the week as well. Take a sage, burn it, baby. Take a sage and just go around the home and just smudge it, and at the same time you're smudging yourself as well. Whether you're doing around your body or not, it doesn't matter. You're gonna find this smoke really beneficial. So the dry sage is absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to its power to get rid of the negative energy in our environment, but also the negative energy within our body. Very important indeed. So this is why I want you to kind of get rid of the negative energy that you might pick up on the way throughout this week indeed. And also, my gorgeous Scorpioni, when it comes to the midweek, you are really literally going to have such a beautiful emotional experience, and this beautiful new emotional experience. I like this so much. This beautiful new emotional experience, it's just gonna shake you up so much. It's going to shake you up, like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up and live your life. This beautiful new emotional experience, it's going to make you aware of exactly what you're missing on in this life. It's also going to make you aware of that this life, it's like really quick, it's really fast. If you don't live your life and you don't enjoy your life, no one else is going to live your life and enjoy your life for you. If you don't live your life and if you don't enjoy your life, you don't make the most of life. We can be successful, we can be rich, we can be wealthy, we can be like, oh my god, extremely successful and ambitious, blah blah blah. No, baby, no, that's all absolutely fine, but you must not allow this to make you to lose yourself in this world. So it's like a kind of a half and a half. It needs to be the balance. It needs to be doing what you ever want to do in life, but at the same time you must not forget having fun and living your life as well. I'm not saying that you're not having a fun and living your life, but you will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Scorpioni. This is very important, because it's all about this beautiful new emotional experience that you're going to have. And this is indeed like kind of going to really, it's going to change so much. in your life. You're going to realize what's important, what's not important, what's significant and what's not significant. You're going to have so many ideas, and you're going to realize, that sometimes, the more you think, the more things you take on, and even if you're doing and working on millions of things, you must not forget about yourself. You must not forget about your life. You must not forget about your fun. Always try to find some time, to actually do this. This is important, and this is all going to start changing so much. This is actually going to make a huge, giant impact on your life. And this in itself, it's something very, very personal, but this is going to make you realize this is going to make you realize the importance of being honest with yourself, but also the importance of being brave in your life when you need to be brave. And if we want to make a really big decision, if we want to start something, if we want to do something, even if we kind of, when we make this step, even if we realize, oh, that's not something that we need to do, that doesn't matter. It's still part of the journey. It's still part of the process. It's still something that you should do, because there is something else that there may be for you over there, you see. And especially at the time when one cycle is ending and another one is starting, all these things are absolutely normal, but they're mind-blowing as well. Not the way they happen, but the way we actually feel when we are facing these things. So this beautiful new emotional experience that you're going to have, it's going to make you feel alive again, but it's also going to going to give you a really, really bold and amazing idea. And that bold and amazing idea that you're going to have, it's like basically also like you need to understand that now there is nothing that you cannot do. You have to believe in yourself. Listen to me very carefully. So this is all going to boil down towards you having a very bold and brave idea. And this in itself, you need to understand that there is nothing that you cannot do. This is what you need to remember, to believe in yourself, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and never, ever, ever, ever underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true, because you will know that you are very, very close to something absolutely mind-blowing here. And also, on another hand, this is going to help you out so much, especially when it comes to you understanding the need for balance in between career and the personal life as well. This is just as important indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it's basically, let me tell you something. Don't try to fit in. Never try to fit in. The more weirder you are, the better you are going to be. The more weirder you are, the more successful you are going to be. The more weirder you are, the more passionate you become about the right things in your life. The more happier become and the more successful you become, because you allow yourself to be yourself. Like, don't ever try to fit in. Do you know what I mean? Like, my life story, it's like there is no point for me to try to fit in. There's no point for me to try to fit in anywhere, really. So I'm like, whatever, I've just learned through myself, being myself, that, the only way to be happy and successful in this life is like when you are completely being yourself. And if somebody has a problem with that, well, they have a problem, not you. So, do you know what I mean? When you try to fit in, it means that you're not being yourself anymore. And if you're not being yourself anymore, then you are just giving your own power away. So don't ever give your power away. So this is why I wouldn't even bother to try to make this kind of work, like try to fit in somewhere. No, baby, no. The more unique you are, the more powerful you are. Just remember this. And the reason why am I saying this is because at the end of the week, you are going to be facing this situation, which is really going to make you feel a little bit disconnected, and that situation is going to require from you to kind of try to fit in. And at that moment in time, you will realize, you know what? You will realize why were you feeling self-restricted for so long, and you will realize why were you so insecure for so long. And that in itself is going to make you aware of exactly which situation in your life do you need to take a charge on. And at the same time, you're not going to be able to do this unless you put your foot down and unless you accept a leadership role in your life. You know what is going to be really really important, and it's going to mean to you quite a lot here, is that you're going to feel loved and supported by those people who you know really well, by those people who you really love, and by those people who really love you, by those real people in your life. You will know what I mean. You're going to feel like loved and supported, and that in itself, it's really going to make you feel so happy, but at the same time it's going to make you feel so creative, because it's going to put you in an even better mode when it comes to you knowing exactly like what do you need to do when it comes to you accepting a leadership role in your life. This is all going to lead towards you becoming aware of like a pretty much so a very interesting revelation. So it's all about you starting to kind of like at the end of the week, you know, don't try to fit in. Just understand that you trying to fit in, it's going to make you feel insecure, and it's also like you will realize that why you were so self-restricted for so long. So this is all going to lead towards you needing to accept a leadership role in your life. When I say that you need to accept the leadership role in your life, here you will make an important decision, a really important decision that is going to come from you, and only you. Take a leadership of your life. I know it sounds like, oh my God, do you know what I mean? Like, whoa, take leadership. No, baby, no. This is all going to lead towards you understanding and realizing something very specific about your life. So it's first of all, oh, you're trying to fit in. And then you're going to realize I felt self-restricted for way too long now, and this was making me feel insecure. And then you're going to realize, you know, that you have to take a charge of this situation and by accepting a leadership role. And that in itself means, by accepting a leadership role, what I meant here is that you are going to really make such an important decision. And the decision that you are going to make, it's like going to be really big, and you're going to surprise yourself how adamant do you feel, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm making this decision. This is decision, it's going to be brilliant, and it's also going to be the decision which is going to really kind of, it's going to make you be yourself. It's going to allow you to be yourself. So you're going to, that decision that you're going to make, it's going to make you to move away from this situation, this group of people, from this life and this lifestyle where you're currently trying to fit in. So that decision is just so personal and so important, and you're going to surprise yourself how strongly you're going to feel, how adamant you're going to feel. And this is where people in your life, like a loving and supporting people in your life, people who mean to you so much, are going to be supporting you with this decision. So this is going to be really big, and this decision is going to require a big adjustment, a readjustment, but also it's going to require a bit of a sacrifice that is going to make things a little bit clicky for you, but at the same time you will know that you're doing the right thing, because also at that similar time you're also going to become aware of some kind of revelations as well. And these revelations that you're going to become aware of, it's going to be connected to you understanding, like kind of, you will know that you will make a huge progress into your life by doing this. But at the same time, that revelation, it's also going to make you aware of the fact that you need to stay committed to this plan, and now it's more important than ever. This is this situation, I can tell you that is going to kind of make you expect the unexpected, but in the best possible way. So that's exactly what you need to understand. This is going to make you aware of, like, you're going to expect the unexpected, but in the best possible way, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is absolutely brilliant. So now I'm just going to take this oracle card, and I'm going to see what is going to be oracle card of the week. My gorgeous Scorpione, you are going through such an important transformation, and this transformation that you are going through is going to require a readjustment, and the readjustment that is going to be required is going to be coming in the form of the actual sacrifice. But this is going to be very much a sacrifice that you're going to be very happy to do. So the old life, it's coming to an end, and the new life, it's about to begin. But this can only come from you. The readjustment that you need to make, you will know what this is. This readjustment is going to allow you to be you, to live your life the way you want to live your life, to do what you want to do, okay? To live your life in exact way you should live your life. Just remember this, my gorgeous Scorpioni. So you are going through a very, very interesting revelation. And also another thing, someone is going to notice you. Wow, my gorgeous Scorpioni, like, oh my God, someone is going to notice you. You make out of it whatever you want, but you will be noticed this week. You will be noticed. Whatever you do, understand that you will be watched. Okay? You will be watched. No pressure. Don't get paranoid. Even Plantinis are saying, don't get paranoid, but you will be watched. Make the most of it, baby. Make the most of it. You will be watched means that, you know, from the beginning of the week until the end of the week, whatever you do, put a 1000% in. You will see that you will be watched. And by the time you realize you were watched, this week will be already gone. Okay? By the time you realize you were watched, this week will already be gone. It's going to happen within the next few weeks when you will know and understand, oh my God, I was watched. They've watched me. They've been watching me in the best possible way. People who you want to watch you. People who you want to notice you. No matter where you are, whether you're working on a certain career, whether you're looking for work, whether you're retired, don't worry. It doesn't matter where you are in your life at the moment, but you're still going to be noticed. This is the bottom line. I'm not saying you're going to be watched to become paranoid, like, no baby, no. But you will be watched by the right people in your life. So the energy that you are using, that you are creating, that you are making, make sure that you're creating positive energy. Make sure that you put this energy towards something really good. So take an aspect of your life, my gorgeous Scorpioni, that means to you so much, and work on it as much as you can. You will see within the next few weeks what I was talking about, because the little offer that you're going to have, it's not going to be that little. The little offer that you're going to have within the next few weeks, it's only going to seem like a little offer, but few days after you kind of accept this offer, there are going to be mind-blowing unlimited opportunities, but they're only going to become like kind of obvious to you once you're honest with yourself. So first of all, you need to take this on, and later on you'll see what this is actually going to bring you. So now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, and I'm going to see what your oracle card of the week is going to be. Okay, so what your oracle card is going to be. Okay, let's see. Oh my God. You see, you are about to kind of like really find happiness again. This week is going to change your life. This week is going to remind you of simple pleasures in life. This week is going to remind you of what you are really good at. These things are going to this week is going to remind you of your own weirdness, but the power of your own weirdness when you know what to do with it. You know, I know this sounds crazy, but you will see exactly what I mean. In fact, you know, this week you are going to have such an inspiration, and that inspiration is literally going to change your life. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself that everything else that was slowing you down is slowly but surely going to actually fade into the background. It's going to become completely irrelevant. You are going to have an inspiration this week which is literally going to change your life. It's entirely down to you, and it's entirely up to you, my gorgeous Scorpioni. And when I say it's entirely up to you and down to you, is what you're going to do with it, and you can only like make the most of it by really understanding that this is very much so an important part of your spiritual journey, and that this is not only going to bring like a success into your life, but it's also emotionally going to bring so much optimism, you know, and so much that didn't make sense that you were doing over the last year or two. It's going to start making sense by the end of this week, and you will know exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.